Welcome back. Let's quickly get you the latest that's happening in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Viewers, it should be noted that it's been a month. Pakistan-occupied Kashmir remains on the edge. Protesters are participating in the ongoing long march in Rawalakot. They've alleged a brutal crackdown by security forces. They claim that unarmed demonstrators are still being targeted by snipers positioned on surrounding rooftops. The Joint Awami Action Committee, of course, has been calling out to the international community. Let's quickly take this forward with our correspondent who's bringing us more inputs. Now, remember, as we speak, it should be noted that from the UNHRC to even India's Ministry of External Affairs or even Amnesty International have all been calling out this brutal crackdown on innocent protesters from JAC and even the civilians. Sahil is bringing us more details. Sahil, what more can you tell us with regards to what action has been taken on ground despite repeated requests coming to not just end these unabated killings, but put an end to the communication blackout and even provide access to food, medical aid and medical assistance?
Well, certainly there is no end to this brutality in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, while the people continue with their protests at multiple locations in Punch division, particularly in Rawalakot and Kotli. Pakistani forces continue to use, in fact, bullets to kill these protests and in fact suppress the voices of people of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. We had seen on 28th of this month and subsequently on 29th of this how Pakistani forces basically fired upon protesters when they were in fact had started moving towards the
I'm so sorry to interrupt you there, Sahil. Thank you for bringing us those inputs. Let's quickly go across to retired Major General A.K. Sivach, who's joining us on the phone line as well. Thank you for joining in, Major General Sivach. Let's talk about the silence of the international community, given that there's been these protests have been continuing for a month now, and yet nothing has been done to curb the kind of brutality that the Pakistani authorities have displayed.
Absolutely correct. Everyone thought that the way genocide is being created by Pakistani security forces and Pakistani army in particular, that the international community will come up and will speak against it. But unfortunately, you find no comment has been passed worthwhile from United Nations, or neither the European countries are doing. If there are some protests which are taking place against what has happened in POJK, is only in United Kingdom, and that also is not to that extent. So therefore, there is no denying the fact, a double standard which is being followed by the world community, and the way things are happening in POJK, they are going back to worse. Then almost 100 people have been killed. Children and women are majority of them, and completely you can see there is a shutdown there. That medicines, food items, water, electricity, all has been cut. Internet is blocked. But unfortunately, the whole international community is quiet, and the reasons can be many. One is the U.S. has its own interest as far as Pakistan is concerned. Second thing is, as far as European countries are there, it really doesn't make a difference to that. They always follow a double standard.
Absolutely. And Major General, why only the international community? Yesterday, we heard a very rather insipid response coming in from Mehbooba Mufti of the PDP. What about the kind of silence we've seen from the parties within Kashmir, whether it is National Conference or PDP? They all talk about Kashmiriyat, but what happens to the Kashmiriyat when it's being attacked so blatantly in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir?
Absolutely, very well said. Now, why are the parties which are regional parties like PDP and National Conference, why they are quiet? What's happening in POJK? They are our own citizens. We always claim POJK is a part of India, illegally occupied by Pakistan, and the people are suffering now. There should be a lot of voice coming even from POJK, from POJK, from Indian Kashmir. Now, as far as own Jammu and Kashmir is concerned, it's a model where, there are a number of countries which are saying now, you remember that peace is tranquility there, development is taking place, you find IM medical college, engineering college, tourism record time. But unfortunately, all these parties which are regional parties, they are ruling especially the National Conference, why are they quiet on the plight of the people in POJK, which they consider them their own brothers, and they are our own people. I think Indian government is making an effort, but I think we should also make a lot of effort and internationalize the issue. Because this is not a question of POJK, it's a genocide.
Right. Absolutely. Very valid points shared by you, Major General Sivach. This when India, of course, has called it out at the UN, as well as the Ministry of External Affairs, in fact, calling this entire electoral exercise as a cosmetic exercise. Because remember, Pakistan may want to occupy Jammu and Kashmir, but Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh happen to be inalienable parts to India. And with that, let's quickly call